What's up, guys, and welcome back to Super Seducer. Today, we are on Chapter 10. This is the final chapter of the first game, so we're gonna see what we can do here. You ready, girl?
I'm ready. We have our first physical goal.
This is gonna be, okay.
I know.
So we might, unless there are super outrageous things, we might have to take this a little bit seriously. So this is the return of the sexy Russian girl from Chapter 7, I believe.
Yeah.
And we met her in the park. She was wanting to be like an administrator of a restaurant or something. We talked about it. We kind of complimented her. Finally got a date, and we're going to be going on that date. So you did well to get her on a date, but there's still lots to do. Can you charm her enough this evening to take things physical? Here we go. Ooh. Date's location. Bar at 8, coffee at 2, club with friends, or hiking. Definitely the bar. Coffee at 2 is too not sexy enough.
Yeah.
Club with friends.
Too many ways. Yeah, there's too many ways to like get out though.
That's true.
But didn't we say we were going hiking?
We may have said we were going hiking.
But
you are going to kiss on a hike like that. I think we got to do bar at 8.
The only thing I'm afraid of is he going to say the bar is too like like everybody goes to the bar? I don't know. I don't trust him. I don't know.
You know, should we... We could try hiking.
If a girl's active and she shows an interest in outdoor activities, that can be great.
She did.
But in this case, it wasn't the option to choose.
But I thought that's what we talked about.
Ideally, we want nighttime
Listen to me,
drinks,
girl.
right? To make sure the date goes as well as possible. So the bar is the best option.
Okay. I like those shoes.
Good to see you too.
Did someone say Super Cooper Sunday?
We're making movies in here, Coop. He's got to be a part of it. That could be taken a lot of wrong ways.
It's over here. You're looking at the wrong
Over here,
screen.
Koopy. Look at the camera. Do you see it?
Hello, friends.
Nice. All right, anyway. How should you sit? Opposite each other or side by side? I feel like opposite is better for talking to each other.
I like the eye contact.
Yeah.
Take a seat.
Thanks.
No.
Touch.
You don't sit opposite. Reason is, you can't touch her up. No, but seriously, it makes it a bit harder. When you're sitting side by side, you get to kind of take a break, look around the room. If there's an awkward silence, it's not so awkward. And like I said before, you can touch her.
Okay. That's good advice.
Take a seat
I
over
was
here.
wrong.
Thank you.
Perfect. So many people sit opposite each other on first dates and it gets really awkward because you've got that eye contact the whole time. You run out of stuff to say, it feels super uncomfortable. And the worst thing, you can't touch her up, right? So it's much better to sit side by side.
We sat across
How
from
have
each
you been the
other
past few
Yeah.
days?
on our
What have you
first
been
date.
doing?
Actually, quite a lot. I went to the gym as usual,
Okay.
and then did some work, but it's boring, right?
Yeah.
And last night I watched a movie.
Okay, what movie?
It was Seven with Brad Pitt, a nice one.
Yeah, it's good, right? It's kind of psychological, serial killer, scary.
Oh, so you've seen it?
Yeah, I like
it is
it.
very scary. I liked it very much. I think it's very smart.
It's a strange film for a girl. It's not like Sex
Is
and the
it?
City or like Finding Nemo or something. It's
Yeah.
That's her.
quite a tough film, right?
Yeah, it is. But I like tough films.
So you
They
watch
make-
horror movies and things like that?
Yeah, I do. I do quite often. I think they make you think, and it's interesting.
But not. What if there's loads of blood and people dying? You can watch it, or you kind of cover your eyes and stuff.
Not like that. I wouldn't watch The Saw or something like that because it's stupid, I think. But this one is very smart. You should know if you watched it.
Yeah, it is very smart. You're always thinking about how they can catch him and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's quite
exactly.
cool.
Exactly.
Alright. What else have you got going on?
Actually, I'm moving house at the moment, and it's
Alright.
very, very difficult and annoying because there are all those boxes I have to move and all my
You have
stuff.
to pack things
Yeah,
up.
pack
and-
up and then transport it all. Oh, it's so difficult.
Yeah, they say it's a stressful thing to do to move house.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Offer to come and help. Sympathize. Use it as a reason to check her muscles. Definitely C. Offer to help is a beta male thing to do. Sympathize is a beta thing to do. Feel her up, touch her up,
Need is some
flex.
muscles. So let me check your biceps. Show me what you've got
This
here.
is not
Flex
how you
it. Come on.
flex.
See that Arnie move? It's kind of like a P, isn't it? Not much there.
No, it isn't. I'm strong.
Maybe. I remember I worked actually for a few days when I was a teenager as a removal guy. Like
Oh.
carrying all the stuff.
Really? Did you like it?
It was very physical, and actually I did. Yeah, I think it's good for fitness and stuff. So maybe you'll enjoy it, carrying stuff.
Hopefully I will.
Nice one. You didn't fall for the trap, which is to always offer loads of help to girls that you want to sleep with. You want to resist that as much as possible. And here you've turned it around and actually used it as a way to get a little bit physical and playful. Well done. I know you're busy now with the house and stuff, but what do you normally do in your free time? Do you do any sports?
Yeah, of course I do sports.
Why, of course.
It's my main hobby, going to the gym actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like it very much.
What do you do there?
I do a lot of different things actually. The main
Get to
one
it!
is doing weights, usual stuff.
Okay.
And I also do 1 hour stretching a week.
Oh.
It's very, very painful, but very rewarding as well.
For flexibility.
She's flexible.
Yeah,
You
I
want to
like
be able
it.
to do splits or
Yeah, that's
or
my goal.
kick people in their heads and stuff like that.
We need to get you two on the same workout plan.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and also I do Pilates sometimes. Yeah, so it's interesting as well. And what about you? Do you do sports?
Yeah, I've done lots of sports. I used to do boxing.
I
used
bet
to
he
play
won't mention
squash.
rock climbing.
I always try and do something physical, and at the moment I just do normal gym, like weights and things. But I don't get huge because I don't do protein shakes and all this stuff. So
That's good.
just go to the gym, and I'm doing things for like endurance, you know, to be
Strong.
have good fitness and
Yeah, that's
whatever.
good.
And what else do you do apart from physical
He
stuff?
actually didn't.
Apart from physical stuff, I like reading. Actually, I read every day, and it's very, very interesting for
Oh
me.
yeah? What are you reading now, or what's the last book you read?
I've just finished Bulgakov's Master and Margarita, but it wasn't the
Okay.
first time I've ever read it. So.
You read it again? So
Yeah, I like it very much.
one of your favorites?
Yeah, one of.
That's nice because it's classic literature, not like, you know, Harry Potter and Da Vinci
Yeah.
Code and the girl with the dragon tattoo and all this stuff.
So you like reading as well?
Yeah, and I like reading not just fiction, but if I read fiction, I like classics. But I like
Okay.
reading sometimes psychology, business, biographies, all types of different stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like psychology as well, and biographies of famous people. That's good.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. And tell me, do you do anything creative, or I don't know, like singing, dancing, playing the violin, whatever?
Actually, I'm absolutely useless at singing.
You can't sing?
Can't do that, and don't like
I was
it.
going to ask you to sing for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe we'll get you lessons and you can sing for me.
That can be interesting. Maybe one day.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't play any musical
None of
instruments
them?
well. No,
Even
I'm
this
afraid.
xylophone thing or the...
Maybe.
Do you know this triangle, that one? You just...
Can do
like
that, I think, because that's easy. And the creative thing I do is actually painting.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Thank you.
Paint me, girl. All right. Try to get to the bottom of how it makes her feel. Say that she can paint you nude if she wants.
Painting, eh? Well, listen, I'm very comfortable with myself. So if you ever want to paint someone nude, then just let me know.
I'm sorry, what? Really?
Yeah, you know, like lying on a couch and with some fruit and things like that. I think it would be nice, no?
That's not something I would paint. I think it's really weird.
You can do it without the fruit.
Really? No, I don't paint that. I think it's too much.
You don't paint people or naked people?
Actually, I try not to paint people at all.
Okay.
Especially
Animals,
nude.
or what do you paint?
No, I like, for example, beautiful scenery.
Like
Or,
landscapes.
yeah, something from my imagination, something that helps to express emotions, you know.
Okay, very nice. A little bit too early to be sexual, and a little bit too early not to be connecting with her, right? So you found out one of her passions. could be a really rich conversational subject. You've skipped over it and turned it silly and turned it kind of weird. So not good.
We can do it without the fruit, don't worry.
In here. Yeah, have a drink.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So tell me, how about traveling? Do you travel?
Oh yes, I do.
And what do you normally do? Do cities or adventure holidays?
Actually, I like both. I like cities, and I went to many places in Europe. For example, Prague and Berlin and Rome. Rome is amazing, so I like that.
Beautiful there, yeah.
Yeah, of course, Europe is beautiful, and I also went to some exotic places like Lebanon, for example.
Lebanon?
Yeah,
It's not dangerous there.
It was quite scary because I thought it was dangerous, but probably it wasn't at the moment. It was fun because I like to see different things and, you know.
Different cultures and whatever. But
Yeah.
Rome is very touristy, right?
Yeah, all
And-
these crowds, you're
And
right.
then Lebanon is probably not very touristy, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, very different.
So you
You
like
can see the
different
contrast.
different kinds of things, not
Yeah, I
always the
do.
same stuff in the same hotel and speaking, you know, places where, because English people are different. Some like to go to, for example, Spain every year to the same place,
really?
only speak English, they don't know any Spanish.
That's quite boring.
Yeah, and then some people like just going somewhere super exotic where there are no tourists. I'm more like the second type. I don't like tourists.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I go somewhere and the other English people, oh no, you know, I feel like I'm in the wrong place.
Oh, really? So you don't like English people?
When I'm traveling somewhere and you're just surrounded by, you know, people from your country, you don't feel like you're traveling. And if
Oh, yeah.
everything's in English, you don't feel like you're traveling. So I like to go somewhere and only meet locals, to go to the local place. Like you would have seen it in Rome. You can go to some restaurants where it's all just Americans.
Yeah, just tourists all
Yeah.
around.
Or
No
you can
good.
go to a restaurant if you're lucky and you're like, oh, I'm sitting with Italians, so I must be in the right place, not the tourist
Yeah, maybe you're right,
recommendation.
actually. I should try that.
Yeah. And tell me, what's the I don't know, coolest place you've been or most interesting?
Something that I really liked, yeah?
Yeah.
Recently I went to Cuba and it was amazing.
I'm trying to go to Cuba.
Me too.
I really, really liked it.
Disagree and say that it's not such a cool place. Impressed with the fact that you've been to the Caribbean many times. Get her talking about the best parts of the trip. Now, see, like, if I was in this situation, I would choose C, but I feel like in the past he's given us advice to disagree with people and try to change their mind,
Yeah.
and to also not let them do all the talking.
Yeah.
So what do you think we choose? Do we go with our gut?
Maybe B is the happy middle? I don't know. Because I would say C too.
Let's try C then. If we would both say C, well,
Cuba, that's really interesting because it's kind of a strange country, right? It was Americans weren't allowed to go there for so long. They've
Yeah.
got this reputation for the politics, but it's not very developed for tourists, right? So it must be quite interesting.
Yeah, it's not, and that's what's interesting actually, because it's not easy to get internet even there, you know.
Oh, man.
No internet yet.
Yeah. There is internet, but it's kind of difficult.
Slow and stuff.
Yeah, very interesting.
But I like
Completely
having
different.
a break from the internet. Do you?
Oh, yeah, I liked it, but not all people can handle it. Can you?
No. Yeah, I can handle it. I like to
Good.
unplug sometimes, and then you feel how relaxing it is when you're not checking your phone all the time. But,
Yeah,
That's so
right.
true.
I do it sometimes as
Yeah.
well, and I really liked it.
but tell me, like, what's the cool stuff about Cuba? What did you really like about it?
Everything. I just liked everything. The nature was amazing, very beautiful,
Palm
and the
trees,
people.
beaches.
Yeah, the main thing was actually the people because they're very, very friendly and very
Okay.
different, and it was very peaceful there and safe, and everything was wonderful. Actually, yeah, you have to.
People are often the most important thing, yeah? Because if they're rude or if there are too many tourists, then it just can destroy the holiday, right? But
Sure.
you said they're very, very friendly, so you felt
Very.
good there.
Yeah, you're right. I felt very good there.
Very nice. Excelente. You know, holidays are something that bring out a
Lucky
lot of
guess.
emotions, you know, just compared to her telling you about, I don't know, her day at work, compared with a recent holiday. So it's an area that you want to explore and you want to find out what she felt during that period so that she can kind of relive it and start feeling good again in that moment with you as she tells you about it. Plus, it's keeping the attention on her rather than just cutting her off and talking about something else.
Nice.
And what about you? Do you like traveling?
Yeah, I do like travel. I don't like it as much as I did because when I was younger, I would go away for months at a time and just
Wow.
go to different countries and, come back home and then 2 weeks later go away again. Now I'm more settled and I like spending time at home, but I would say like every month I like to go somewhere. And
That's a
I
lot.
spend
What are you
a lot
talking
of
about staying at
time
home?
in Barcelona. I've got a nice place there, it's by the sea, and have it all, nicely set up with big television and PlayStation. and
Hey,
stuff.
my
It's
man.
Really cool.
Oh, really? PlayStation, you said?
Yeah,
You play often?
yeah, kind of.
Oh, really? I think games are just a waste of time.
I'd be walking
Don't
out.
you think so?
Yeah, I know. You're right. I'll cut it down. Nah, we're not going to go like that. What? And I suppose you don't do anything that wastes time? Persuade her that's actually quite intelligent.
I think C. I feel like
C?
D is like fighting, right?
Okay.
Well, look, I kind of get what you mean because it's, some people might say it's immature or something, but
Yeah.
it's a little bit different nowadays because older people play, and even in this TV show House of Cards, he's the president, but he plays games. It's quite funny, but
Yeah, sorry.
I won't try and convince you that it does good stuff for your brain and your reflexes and kind of memorizing maps and things.
Okay.
But specifically for me, the way I work in my business is I need to have just a few big ideas, every now and again. So I'm not sitting there all day doing repetitive stuff. I need to be creative and think of something powerful. And when I'm playing a game, I'm not 100% in there at all. I'm kind of detached and I'm coming up with ideas. So something that actually is not, I'm sitting there playing a game. I'm actually having these big ideas, just like you might if you're in the bath, and you think, oh, that's good, like this. And something I also do is if I'm playing something that doesn't need audio, where it's not really important, like a racing game or sports, then I listen to audiobooks.
I do that
Oh,
a lot when I'm like
Actually,
editing and stuff.
I remember a few years ago I studied Chinese, and I would be able to sit for hours just listening to the Chinese because I was playing the game, so I didn't get bored. Because if you're just listening to language learning, you can't do it for long, right?
yeah,
So
it's
it really
tiring.
helped me, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah, it's
maybe.
not so bad. And there's some girl games I'm going to let you try. There's one called Flower where you control, growing flowers and flying
really?
around and stuff, yeah.
Okay, maybe I would give it a try then.
If it's got flowers in it,
But
she'll
Yeah.
play
you
it.
know
For
why
sure.
this works? It's
By the way, we
because
gotta get you
women
on
find
Cooking
it very
Simulator.
attractive when a guy
guys,
shows
I
his
heard you
intelligence.
loud and
All women
clear.
want a guy that's more intelligent than them, and it's very cool if you can persuade her to your point of view. So anytime you can do this, anytime you've got the facts at hand or a strong argument, you can persuade her. It's actually really attractive and sexy, so do it.
Prove her wrong.
And what about you? Do you have any
Right? Prove girls
guilty
wrong, that's how you do
pleasures
it?
or some
No.
really dumb TV shows, like reality stuff or something?
Well, let me think. Definitely not TV shows, because I never watch TV actually.
Same.
Never?
Never. I don't like it.
You don't have a television?
Only movies.
Ah,
I have
movies.
television, but only
Okay.
for movies and stuff. And I need to tell you that one guilty pleasure I used to have was smoking, actually,
Oh.
but I managed to give up. And
Are you sure you're not going to start again?
no, now
If I had a
now,
cigarette now and say, come on,
no,
smoke.
thank you. No, I gave up, so
That's
no
good.
more. And I think nothing else, basically. And what
Alright.
about you?
Actually, people are often surprised when I tell them I've never tried a cigarette.
Oh, really?
never
Not
smoked one.
once.
No, I smoked other things, but never a cigarette.
Okay.
Strange, right?
Yeah, that's funny.
And in general, no, I think I'm quite, nothing too bad, not a crazy alcoholic or addicted to anything
That's
that I
good.
shouldn't be addicted to. So, no, it's not too bad. And let me ask something that's a little bit, for me it's interesting, right? So indulge me here.
go
What
on.
are your bad habits? Like, what are some
Ooh, that's a
bad
good
habits?
question.
Like that. I think I can't really trust people well, so
Well,
sometimes...
you can trust me.
No, I
Of course
don't
you
know.
can.
Sometimes I can seem a little bit unfriendly with people I don't know.
Ah.
So maybe that's a bad point about me. And also, I'm crazy about being on time everywhere. So
God, I wish you were like
I'm
that.
panicking when I'm running late and can be really angry or something like that.
That might be a problem.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
You're always late.
I'm never late, but I
Don't
arrive.
tell me that.
I arrive like 3 seconds before.
Before.
Always
You're
before.
sure not after?
I'm late if it doesn't matter, but if it matters, like a flight or a train or when people are waiting, I'm not late. But if it doesn't really matter, if we kind of say, oh, around that time, then I wouldn't. And getting to the airport, yeah, not hours before. Hate it. So that might be a problem.
Yeah, that might be a problem actually, because I like to come in advance. Don't know what to do now. I can try it your way, because actually I end up wasting hours just sitting there and waiting.
If in the future, right, this is our first date, but if in the future we go somewhere, you can just go to the airport like 5 hours before, do whatever you want.
I'll meet you there.
And I'll just come later and meet you on the plane.
Okay, that sounds funny.
All right.
What would you say is my worst trait, worst quality?
You're bad with time management, like Trevor time.
Like
when
work?
Like when you say, well, not only with work, like if you're on your phone or something like that, if you say 10 minutes, 30 minutes will pass and you have no idea. It drives me crazy.
I can see that.
Like you'll be on your phone and I'll be like, babe, what do you want for dinner? And you'll be like, oh, you can pick. And I'm like, ah!
I've got a little bit of a delay there.
Yeah.
That's all right. Yawn and put your arm around her. Have you ever had a guy do that to you?
Not that I know. I don't think so.
That's
really
awful.
bad.
Put your hand on her leg. That's not a bad one. Palm reading. That's not a bad one. Check her pulse. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Use the gypsy fortune teller routine to touch her ear.
See, I don't know the routine. So
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if that's
the
like
thing.
weird. I feel like
I
palm
think
reading
there
is-
might be like reading and stuff you're supposed to do, so we should understand that. Obviously, we aren't going to sit here and
didn't
read
read
that.
it.
I feel like leg might be too advanced.
There's like
If you're like
there's no,
joking, but if you just like reach out and
right, I feel like C and E both have like a context as like a reason why you're touching, and then you can turn it into something else.
let's find out what this gypsy routine is.
And tell me, do you believe in fortune tellers and horoscopes telling the future and
Oh,
all this
well,
stuff?
not really.
Me too. I thought it was complete rubbish. But
Yeah.
yes, but one time I went to the seaside in England, and there was this sign said gypsy fortune teller, come in, and I thought, why not? I'm going to try it.
Really?
She came in. Yeah. I'll tell you what happened. First thing, I came in and she took my hands and she looked at them and said, no, that's not it. And threw my
Whoa.
hands down like that. And then she said, with you, I need something different. And she came like this, and she touched my ear.
Oh, that's
looked
good.
into my
Yeah.
eyes, and she told me that by the bumps on the back of the ear,
Really?
yeah, she could tell me about my past life.
Oh,
Yeah, do you want to know
Well-
about my past life?
okay.
So she said that I was a knight and that I was brave and whatever, told me some details. But she said that I died when I was tarred and feathered. Do you know what that is? When they pour that
Oh, yeah.
stuff, onion and feathers, and then set you on fire.
Very
So,
bad.
pretty bad. It's tough to die like
Right.
that today. But the amazing thing is, even now, and since as long as I remember when I was a child, I hate this smell of tar when they're making the new rose or something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, that's pretty
So I think
weird.
there's something in it. So maybe I believe it.
Maybe. I don't know about that, but it sounds funny.
That was a good.
This is a
What?
classic PUA pickup artist routine from Baxter, and it works, to an extent. But again, it's a routine, so you can prepare all this stuff for when you go out and meet girls. But it's much better to develop your natural conversation and seduction skills, which is why you're here, right? But still, I hope you enjoyed it, and you could use it, or you could even use it just for fun, even telling them what it is. Did you like going out to bars?
I mean, we didn't know that.
all that
No,
stuff?
I thought it was good.
Actually, no, I don't really like it because people are just drinking there, and I don't
Brilliant.
really like to
Like
drink.
us?
No,
You don't like to drink? Cheers.
no,
Cheers to
they
that.
just cheers. I think they're just drinking a lot, and then they're crazy, dancing everywhere,
You
smoking.
mean like shots and
Yeah, all this.
hard
I don't
drinking?
really like that. Yeah, but sometimes I go with my friends when they make me go, basically.
You like
Yes.
dancing? Can you dance?
I really can dance when I feel like dancing, but it doesn't happen often. That's why I don't go.
So, do I believe you? Yeah. So if I caught you in the club, you wouldn't be dancing on the bar or the table.
No, nothing like that. Never.
You're controlled.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
very, very self-controlled.
But you're single at the moment. You don't
Yes, I
go
am.
to bars to meet men.
Really, I don't think it's a perfect place to meet someone nice.
What do you do then? Internet?
No, internet. I don't believe in that. I think
Okay.
that it's better just to live your life, to work and go to the parks, wherever you go, and then one day you will meet someone when it's time.
I think
Very
that's stupid.
romantic. So you believe in fate.
Yeah, I do.
So you're single at the moment, right?
Yes,
you
I
haven't
am.
got secret lovers and husbands all around the world or something.
No.
Okay. And how is it? Because I know some girls, they're never single. They just have relationships, split up into the next one.
Yeah, maybe. I quite like it. I think it's better to be single than with someone you don't like or something like that. That's why I really enjoy that. I have a lot of free time to develop my personality and to do something, read and do more work. So I like it.
What's your longest relationship?
It was about a year.
A year? I once met a girl who said 2 weeks to that question.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
That's
Amazing.
rough.
I think
right?
so.
Yeah, very strange.
What about you?
My longest was my first relationship, 2.5 years.
Oh, that's quite long.
Yeah. But how long have you been single this time?
It's about 3 months now.
3 months. If you don't mind me asking, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but why did you break up with your last man?
Oh. Actually, we broke up because he was useless in bed.
What?
Wow.
Make a joke about how you need 3 to 5 minutes. That's actually pretty good. Say that must mean she hasn't been properly satisfied in a long time. I feel like that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, but also
But-
you don't want to like she is sexualizing it.
Okay.
You don't want to like take that away, right?
Yeah, that's true. I definitely don't want to do C.
No.
I don't think A is the... So maybe B is the choice.
Ah, I see. So, and how long were you together?
About 5 months.
So you're together for that long, then you were single for a while. So am I right in assuming that you haven't been satisfied properly in a while?
Kind of.
All right. That's
Well,
fair.
you've
I'm
come
not
to the right
promising
place,
anything.
sweetheart.
Definitely not tonight because I have meetings tomorrow. But
Oh, really?
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Fine, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
If a girl puts it out there and she's already being sexual, then your response
Wow.
has to be to take it a little bit further, not too far, but definitely not to shy away from it. So it's the right option. So yeah, when I'm single, I'm definitely on dates because it's the best chance to meet girls and see if anyone would be good for a serious relationship.
Yeah.
But what kind of qualities do you like in a man?
Oh, actually, numerous
Many?
qualities. Yeah, but
Okay.
I think the most important are that he is honest and
Oh, dear.
trustworthy.
Oh no. No, I'm joking.
It's not about
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, of course, I would like someone very responsible
Yeah.
and very manly, someone who can
Manly, like
handle.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and shooting people and
no.
tattoos and
What is-
I don't
What is
mean
this?
the
What are you doing?
appearance. I mean
Okay.
the inner world, right? The character and everything.
Just being a
like-
man.
About
decisive.
to bust out my
and-
taco
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah.
Maybe
with
just
strong
let
character.
the hamburger meat
Yeah,
hang
and
out
I
real
like
quick.
smart guys,
Ew.
obviously.
Don't
That's very
call it
important.
that.
Well, okay, cool. Sounds like you're talking about someone.
Those 3 hairs.
Do you know what kind of girls I like?
I don't know. I can guess beautiful girls, probably.
I like blonde, brown eyes. I'm
Okay.
joking.
Oh,
No,
rude.
of course, the physical appearance is important to start with, and
well.
then. No, I'm going to be honest, right? You said you like honest guys, so I'm
Yes,
not going
I
to
do.
start lying immediately. So definitely physical appearance is important, and then After that, intelligence, curiosity, of course, honesty, like you said, and I like them to be actually quite different from me, so that they can tell me something different.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like Russian girls, like the
Yeah.
girl in front of you.
But
That was a good play.
you know,
Good play,
it's
man.
quite hard to find someone.
Yeah, it is. It's very hard.
Ask her what grade she would get kissing in school. Pounce on her and surprise her with a kiss. Kiss one cheek, then the other, then kiss her. Do you know what time it is? Time to kiss. Tell her she looks like a baby lamb and tickle her, and then kiss her.
The tickling worked before, but why would you say a baby lamb? That's not a compliment.
I feel like I don't like any of these.
No, I don't like any of them.
It's definitely not B. C is okay, but kind of awkward and no context. D is definitely not it. E is not it because of the baby lamb comment. I feel like A would be my choice.
But the tickling thing worked on the girl friend.
But you are gonna say baby lamb.
I know that part. That's the part that's throwing me
We are
off.
gonna. I can't say that. That'd be
Did
too
you go to school?
cringy.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you know they have different schools for all kinds of different subjects, from drama to arts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, imagine they had a school called Kissing School.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Okay.
and imagine that you just went to that and that you
Right.
were graduating. And if you got a grade from A to F, what would you get?
Oh, I would definitely
An
get
O?
an A.
Oh, an A.
Yes, an A.
Really? Let me see.
We got it, boys.
Not bad. Maybe a B minus.
Really?
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
This is kind of okay. You know, guys get away with this. I wouldn't say it's the best way to go for the kiss, but you know, it could be a lot worse. It's definitely better than just lunging in there or getting wasted and pouncing on her. Congratulations, you made it. You got all the way to the end and completed all 10 levels. Now, there is an even better ending if you go through and you complete them all with 5-star ratings, plus get 50% completion, but it will be worth your while, so I suggest you go and do it. As a reward for completing the game, I'm going to give you a few secrets in the making of it. Now, did you notice this, that there's a scene with a girl called Alexa and there's another one called Jenna. We're talking about the club dance floor and the girl on street and also first date. Did you notice that that's actually the same girl? That's actress Shanna Vincent. Something else in the game is that in the friend to girlfriend level, Lilia, the girl in it, is actually my friend. She's my friend since 2012. And so a lot of the stuff in that level is true, like her going on to a design course. Finally, maybe most shocking is that the girl Kate is actually my wife.
No way!
About 6 months ago. So you didn't know that, and that's kind of like a silly little reward for you finishing the game. But if you want to go a little bit further and get the best possible ending, then I've got an even better surprise for you. So maybe go ahead and do that. But again, thank you so much for playing, and I hope you really loved the game.
So it sounds like we gotta find that secret ending.
That's so funny because when we were doing that very last game, I was like, this is the only one where he's not making me feel awkward.
And they were
But
kind of
that's his
vibing.
wife, like, of course.
They were kind of vibing. All right, we got to get that secret ending. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so it's the next day. This better be worth it because it took like probably 40 minutes or so of going through, clicking all the correct answers, but we got it. You ready for this, girl?
I'm ready.
The secret ending of Super Seducer. Here we go. So we're going to go into extras, and it's down here. Ending video for getting a perfect run on every level plus 50% completion.
Wow,
So this is
amazing.
about-
You did it. You completed all 10 levels and you got the best possible ending. So this is as good as it gets. Now, as a little reward, I've got something very special for you. And it all comes because of this. I remember that my best favorite game back in the day was Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And I was playing that all the time. And eventually I completed it and I got the screen where it said, you have mastered Ken. And it meant that I completed it without losing a round or something like that. So in this one, I want to give you this special ending that you'll only see if you've done everything right. And secondly, I want to offer you a special gift. So if you send an email to rich@richardlrcoaching.com and maybe include a little selfie with this video playing in the background or some other evidence of you completing the game and getting the best possible ending, then I will send you a free gift worth between $100 and $300 because, you know, I remember that Capcom moment from back in the day, and I wanted to do something special for the guys that enjoy the game, like the game as much as to complete it all the way to the end. Again, thank you so much for playing, and I'll be in touch. See ya.
You know what? I bet I know what it is. I bet it's his dating course of how to talk to women. I almost guarantee you that's the gift that he'll send you.
I don't want you to take that because I don't like his tactics at all.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys. So, boom, there you have it. As you guys can see, if we go into our story mode, we have completed every single chapter throughout this game. I honestly had a really good time. I think Chelsea had a good time. I think I had a better time than she did because it was just me choosing stupid stuff. But overall, we really enjoyed it, and we know you guys did too. So if you guys want, there is a Super Seducer 2, and I was looking at the reviews on that, and they say that it's kind of like the same style of game, but that he's like more knows it's a joke. Like there are more funny things you can choose and more funny moments and stuff, whereas this one was meant to be a little bit more serious, even though it did have some funniness in there. So I don't know, let us know what you guys want. If you guys want to see Super Seducer 2, drop a like on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for joining me, girl, and we're gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.